Yo, what is up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. My name is Jay Chains. As you know, it is 4 p.m., a few minutes late. Having some technical issues again today. I don't know this way. Man, I tell you what. Anyway, it is what it is. We will get there. Let's throw this one on there. There we go. GMGEGA, whatever. Happy Taco Tuesday. Hope you guys are going to have a delicious dinner filled with something wrapped in a tortilla today. I probably will. My wife said something about getting radishes. I don't know what that means. Maybe we're having some kind of taco, something. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But a lot of interesting things also happening in the market today. We're going to look at a couple stories. I've got to actually even pull up the stories again. Because some crazy glitch happened right as I was getting ready to go live, and I had to restart the whole dang machine. But it is what it is. We are going to be talking about the Ondo Finance announcement today, announcing the Ondo Global Markets, basically stocks, ETFs, commodities, all that stuff. It's like going live. Boom, baby. So we'll get into that. All right, so I've got that one pulled up. The Crypto Czar and their group, they were live a little bit ago. We'll have to get the highlights. I did get to watch a little bit of it, and then we had to go do some recording for men's boot camp thing. So I was in the recording studio, not listening or paying attention for a while. So I don't know how it all went. I know there was a lot of a lot of people are from what I understand, and I think, is that one of the stories that we're talking about? No, I don't think so. That it has been like everybody's begging to get on to the committee that they're forming. So we'll take a look at that story. So the Ondo, the Crypto Czar, and then the SEC evaluating retroactive relief for past coin offerings. We'll take a look at that. I don't know anything about that one. I didn't get a chance to read that. It was just one of the headlines that I had picked for when I was going through. Found it on Cointelegraph. So we'll get into that. First, we'd like to look at the markets first. So we'll pull up Coin Market. I'm just like, what I'm doing basically is talking through me setting up the show because I had to restart it. And I didn't want to keep you guys waiting again. But I do appreciate you guys being here. So really quick, if you are watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash the like button. Like we like to do on X now. So you smash the like button on X, but we don't want to smash a heart because that's obviously not the right move. And so we just give it a forearm shiver, man. Give it the people's elbow. I think that was the name of it, right? No. People's elbow. Give the heart over on X, the people's elbow. Appreciate you guys being here. Yuck it up in the chat. I see all the messages. I can definitely respond on the YouTube ones. But I don't think this lets me respond on X, but I can always open it up and do some things. We can start a poll if we want, if you guys ever want. And so let's see, let's run through the show after. So we'll do the market stuff, then we'll go through some headlines, and then we'll look at charts. And hopefully if you guys have dropped any coins, contract address, I think contract addresses somehow get like flagged or whatever. Only the mods can put contract addresses from what I've seen. That actually show up on my end in the YouTube studio. So you can put coin, the cash tag and a ticker. We'll go take a look at those a little bit later in the show. But feel free to drop them in there, and if I see it, I'll flag it. I'll star it so I know to go back to it later on. But thank you for being here. Let's go. All right. Let's take a look at now. What I got to do is bring up my screen here. There we go. Present, share screen. Cryptocurrency prices, coin market cap. Here it is. All right. And we like to use. Sorry that this was just not prepared. Let's see. Yep. There we go. All right. We're back. We are back, baby. All right. The market is down this afternoon. As you know, we took a huge dip over the last couple days. And then we saw a nice little correction. Everything came back. And then all of a sudden we got hit with a wham bam double slam. And so the Bitcoin is kind of down 3% on the day. Ethereum not really down on the day. It's kind of evened off. But we've got a lot of things that are down, even double digits over the last 24 hours. You know, as we know, we like to run through the top 10, and we will do that right now. You got XRP 252 down 6%, 18% on the week. Sheesh. You got Solana 205 down 2%, 10% on the week. BNB 565. All right, that thing is down 6%, down 15% on the week. That is one of my PTSD coins, as you guys probably know. Dogecoin coming in at 26 cents, down almost 20% on the week. Cardano 74 cents, also down about 20% on the week, about 6% on the day. And you got Tron coming in at number 10. Ooh, right behind number Chainlink number 11. There you go. Come on up, buddy. Feeling a little wheezy at the moment. Tron 22 cents, down only 7%. So probably the best performer over the last week in the top 10. Obviously, get rid of Tether and USDC. SWI would be the same thing. Then if you remove two, you'd have Chainlink and SWI that would pop in there. And so SWI down 4% on the week. Not bad. 353. Might be the time to get some of that one, you know. Unless it's like really was the front run to the bull run. Who knows? Who knows? But all right, let's look at our losers. We like to look at our losers. All right. Fart coin. Arweave. Here we go. Dog whiff. Man, 77 cents. Let's take a look at a little bit in here, a little bit more at this one. And we can actually what we should do is let me go to trading view and let me add whiff because we want to be looking at this one seriously. USDT, as you guys know, we'll look at spot. There you go on Femex. All right, so it is there for when we get there. But for now, we can look at this on CoinMarketCap. And we are seeing an absolutely hammered, just destroyed coin that I think a lot of people, there's a lot of them like this though right now that like definitely had more potential, or at least thought that they had more potential to do more. But that also means that the recovery could be spectacular. You know what I mean? And I feel like whiff is going to be potentially one of those, the comeback story for when, you know, when the market reverses, because there's a lot of things that still, I mean, if you look from this, let's see, go back over here, from this point right here, right? Like it's just been lower highs. It's just been going downhill. And that was back in November, right? So this thing has just been on a downward slide for months with a few things here and there, a little bit of volatility, little exit pumps for people trying to get out of their position. That they hopefully, you know, if you're in a long-term position and you haven't gotten out, there'd be no point now, to be honest with you, because it will come back to where it goes. I don't know. The all-time high has this thing on this chart, 339. It's at 77 cents. I think with the market, when it makes a big comeback, when we see a lot more activity, and we know it's going to be institutionally run in the beginning, but triggering, I mean, what you guys saw today, and I will tell you that basically what I've been saying in the Web3 breakfast over the last several months is what happened today in that conference, because you had a bunch of senators come up and basically give their blessing for crypto, talking about banks using it, being able to get to their customers and all that kind of stuff. And so that was, you know, part of the three-legged approach to the whole mass adoption equation: institutional, governmental, and then the retail. Retail could never happen until the government said, hey, this is cool, like you guys, the sheeples, like you're good. If you want to have your bank, as soon as it's available at your bank, like you're good. We're telling you, they said protections in place, that kind of stuff. I don't know exactly what kind of write-ups will be up on it yet, so we can pull up later in a story if we want to pull up an updated one, but that's like the gist of what I heard in like the first maybe 5 minutes or so. So, dog whiff. Let me open up my comments here. I want to shout out my people, my family. What's up, Meg? What's up, Blocky? What's up, Corey? It is a weird bull market, sir. Blocky, who got the gold medal today? Volmer. There you go. And I launched this show like at 4:00, and so I was like just behind the ball. We were running late, doing some stuff, doing some whatever, and I got this thing in time. And then boom, as soon as I like was about ready to go live, I had the I use an iPad. I mean, it's obviously you can see it, but I use it as a monitor, an extension monitor. I have it plugged into my computer, but for whatever reason, it won't connect. And so I, that was like giving me problems right before we launched. And then audio was like, dude, I was connected all day, and then all of a sudden, like as I go live, like there's no, it's you know how it is, man. I don't know if it's a full moon or whatever, or Mercury's in retrograde or whatever. Mercury. Anyway, appreciate you being here. Give yourself a round of applause, baby. All right. That's it for the coins. All right, let's take a look at this. This is some amazing news. This is what I wanted to cover first in our news section. I'm going to the Ondo page here. Today, we're excited to unveil a first look at the next evolution for Ondo Global Markets, Ondo GM, the RWA tokenization platform designed to enable on-chain access to stocks, bonds, and ETFs. What stablecoins did for dollars, Ondo Global Markets will do for securities. This is absolutely amazing. They have been just every day this week has been an announcement. They did the announcement about Nexus yesterday, which was the instant liquidity thing. They also updated their branding to just kind of, it seems like it's way more inviting. The webpage didn't seem as, I want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? Sterile, that's very little bit more friendly now is how I feel on the new website. So great job on the new look and feel. The current here, the rest of some of this, we'll go through just a few of these. I believe there's 9. And we could bring it up on my phone because I have a VPN on, but I can't bring it up on the computer because of restrictions and jurisdictions. But if you've got access, make sure you go to the Ondo Finance account and you go to number 9 on this post, and you could click right there, and it would take you to the see, we got in for a second and then it kicked us out, jerks. It's all right. We still love you. I will be there this week, baby. I fly. So this is the last show for the week in this format as we're doing it. I fly to New York City tomorrow afternoon. So I will be in New York City for the Ondo Wall Street 2.0 Summit on Thursday, live and in the flesh, hopefully getting some sound bites, some pretty amazing people on the speaker list. I don't have anything up that I had, but let's just take a look at that really quick while we can. While we're talking about Ondo, let's see. I think if I pull up summit.ondo.finance is the website that you would want to go to there. Let's make sure you guys can see me. And there you go. Speakers. Here we go. Obviously, Nathan Allman, he's the CEO and founder of Ondo. You got Chairman Patrick Mahenry, Cynthia Lobasette, she's with Fidelity. You got Samara Cohen from BlackRock. You got Nadine from DTCC. You got Sandy from Franklin Templeton. You got Sergey Nazarov from Chainlink, baby. You guys know recently there was the inaugural ball that they had, all of that stuff, and Ondo was one of the sponsors to the crypto ball thing. And there was a lot of, images and stuff that were, taken there and passed out and kind of really made some people excited, the day after or that night or whatever. And, there was the picture of, Sergey with Nathan and some of the Ondo people. And, it makes sense that they were partnering, and boom, baby, let's go. We've got a lot more people from some big things, people that crypto would care about. You got David Schwartz from Ripple, as you guys know. We got Pantera Capital representing. Katie Wheeler, there we go. Ondo Finance, that's my friend there. And let's see, we got Uniswap in the house. You got Mary Catherine from Uniswap, the COO. There you go. Fun, man. Well, I'm looking forward to this event. And so I know they're going to be live streaming it. I know a lot of people are going to be looking forward to it. I can't live stream there. I've agreed to that, but I will definitely be trying to get some sound bites and creating some content and doing some fun stuff. So looking forward to that. So that is where I will be the rest of the week. So this is the finale show of this week from my desk, from this new setup that I've got. I rearranged my office. All right, so there you go. That is the story about the Ondo Global Markets is fantastic. That is, it's funny. You know, they've been tweeting and kind of talking about the global markets and the GM and all that stuff, and going on chain and all that stuff. But being able to put stocks on chain, guys, that's massive. That's massive. Yeah, we know that tokenizing all that stuff, like they're changing the financial system. It's the new guard. The new guard's coming in. We're all early, baby. We got the early show. We got the tickets. All right. Here is this next article that I wanted to bring up. I will wonder if they've got this thing updated. This was put out before the show started, but this is about the Crypto Czar and some of his homies were going to be talking about what they were doing. At the end of the day, it was a lot of talk about things that they are going to be doing. Some things are not set up yet that we kind of, maybe we're hoping for more information or more juice or more alpha because we're alpha hungry here in the crypto world. But at the end of the day, like, again, what I told you, it was the blessing from, senators and congressional people about crypto and how, it's going to be safe and how it's going to be used, and everyday people should have access to it through their bank or however. So let's see. Let's just look and see if we can. Crypto Czar press conference. 1 hour ago, 4 hours ago. Nobody did it. 44 minutes ago. All right. Stablecoins can secure you here. Sorry. There. Oh yeah, you are seeing it. Okay, cool. Stablecoins can secure U.S. dollar dominance, Trump's crypto czar. David Sachs said stablecoins could potentially strengthen U.S. dollar dominance just hours after Senator Haggerty proposed the Genius Act. Oh, what's the Genius Act? Does it tell us? All right, here we go. Genius Act. Let's see if we can get some more information about this. The Genius Act aims to provide regulatory clarity for the issuance of stablecoins in the U.S. Okay. Finding stablecoins, the bill seeks to define that, propose establishing licensing and reserve requirements for stablecoin issuers, federal and state oversight. The act suggests a tiered approach to regulation with the Federal Reserve overseeing issuers with over $10 million in assets. All right, well, there you go. There's the Genius Act. All right. Our third and final news story for today. The SEC is evaluating retroactive relief for past coin offerings. Now, this is one I told you earlier. I didn't get a chance to read this, so I don't know anything about this. But today, Hester Peirce said that the agency is reconsidering whether certain types of crypto assets are securities, carving out a new path for the cryptocurrency sector, including evaluating the security status of crypto assets and potentially providing the relief to certain token offerings. Let's go. Let's see. Do we have a quote? Recommending commission action to provide temporary prospective and retroactive relief for coin or token offerings. Okay. All right. Well, when I was a child, my family took an annual road trip from Ohio to Maine and back. It was a different era. No cell phones to call, help if someone went wrong with the car. I remember paper maps. I was born in that. Here we go. Here's another quote. The status of crypto assets under the securities laws is fundamental to resolving many other questions. The task force is working hard to examine different types of crypto assets. Tom Emmer, I am honored to have been selected as vice chairman of the subcommittee on digital assets, financial technology, and artificial intelligence. With President Trump in the White House and Gary Gensler confined to the waste bin of Washington. See you, Gary. The waste bin of Washington. See you, Gare Bear. All right, let's look at charts. Guys, go ahead and smash the freaking like button. We got through the news. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't horrible. Do you think they would let, they should have, 2 committees, probably. I would say 2 committees would be good. They could have one that is, like this committee of the suits and the people that are doing the typical lobby and all that kind of stuff. And then you got the DGen committee. I think a DGen committee would be something that a lot of you guys would probably be able to be a part of. Would you sign up to be like a Washington insider on the DGen committee? Smash the like button and drop a +1 in the chat if you want to be on the government DGen list, where you are part of the agency. I don't know. I probably didn't describe that right. Probably could have done a lot better at describing that. I think actually what I am going to do is take a second. And here, let's give you guys the charts. While I hit my inhaler. Whew. Tell you what, I don't know what is. The weather's a changing. We're getting spring, so maybe it's some of that springtime allergies are kicking. But, all right, here's WIF. This is what we were looking at now. We obviously had this chart opened up before because we've got some Drew rings, and it looks like potentially we could continue this on. Yes. Now, we've got a slight anomaly, right, where we've got a little bit of a, fakey, come back down. So let's make a little wedge here. Let's go. We've got that one, and let's find what we've got for our range here. So I would say, much like we had our little thing to the upside, let's go with one to the downside, and let's say more like, we'll put it there. And I know some people will be like, yo, that's bullshit. That's not really how it is. And you're probably right. Maybe we could just lengthen the zone. But then you're only touching once here, and that's kind of ridiculous. So I feel like we should just do it like this. For the most part, it's stuck into this zone. So you get an idea with your eyes what we're trying to do here. And I pointed that way because that's where my screen is. What does that look like when I point that way? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Should this way. Like this right here. It's easy to see what's happening. It's just going down. But, oh, man, February, how are we getting spring already? I tell you what, I think it's might be 70 degrees outside today. That's 73 degrees right now. I love it, man. Winter is over for now. I know it's probably going to be cold in New York City when I go there later this week, but I believe we're actually supposed to have another cold streak next week. Stupid. In the 30s again. Man, that's how people get sick. But yeah, 73. Let's see. It's supposed to be beautiful. Yeah, it's supposed to be hot and sunny on Saturday when I get back from New York. So that'll be good. And then it'll start getting cold again. So yeah, you need to move south, man. And nobody needs to do that anymore. Like, if you do that because like you're a kid and you were raised in there, and like my story was, we were in the suburbs of Chicago, right? It's cold as shit in the winter. I didn't like that. I moved to Florida a couple times. I've lived, in Texas for almost a decade, damn near a decade. We're in Georgia now, which is, pretty south. I like to keep it warm, man. Like, you don't need to do that to yourself anymore. Like, once you've done that for a little bit, you don't need that. You can make the choice. You got ice coming Thursday morning? Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, Southwest is nice too. I do like the Southwest. Like Arizona's cool spot. Southern California. I know, California's got a bad rap, a lot of bullshit. But like when you talk about like weather and beautiful places, like a lot of the other stuff sucks about it. But at the end of the day, it is a beautiful place, and I do love Texas. It is a special place to me. I spent a lot of time there. So snakes, you do have to watch out for snakes. And as someone who absolutely hates, and I will tell you guys, I'm not afraid of a lot of things. I'm not afraid to step into a ring in front of millions of people and fight someone. You guys know that. Like, I'm not afraid of things. I am afraid of snakes, afraid of them. My boarding pass is now available for my flight to New York. I'm one of those people. I like to make sure that when it's time to get in, it's time to get in. So just 1 second. I can check in. I can check in now. Well, I don't need to do that right now. I can do it after the show. It's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. All right. Let's get back over to the charts, guys. Smash the like button. All right. Here we go. All right. So in my opinion, now remember what we like to do here. We're going to make sure that we set an alert right here once per bar on this bottom trend line here so that when WIF comes down and touches us, let's make sure that we extend it out a little bit more, so that if it happens in a couple days, we still get it. And so there you go, right? All right, so now we know that when WIF comes down and touches that bottom blue line right here, if it does, we are going to probably get ourselves in ready for a long or buy a spot position. Because, man, if this thing comes down here in a couple days and we get to like 30 cents and below, like, it's either dead or it's the buying opportunity of like a lifetime. You know what I mean? And we'll look at some other coins like that. Now, typically, moving forward, as you guys know, if you watched the show yesterday, we started organizing the coins on the trading view list kind of as importance of how we were supposed to be looking at them. However, we had to front run this WIF thing because I didn't get it into the watch list, but now it's there. There you go. New ones get added to the bottom. And then as they become more important, they move their way up to the top. So we got an alert set. We're watching it. We'll see what happens. All right, let's move on up to the top here. Let's look at the big ones, the important ones of what we're trying to see here. All right, Jasmy. Jasmy just did something. What's Jasmy doing? Down 16% today. Oh, as you can see, we are plunging through our lines here. Remember, as the lower they go, the more urgently it's holy shit, get a position. But as you can see, Jasmy has just been playing gracefully with this. Every time, we come, boom, down, boom, down. So we probably come down here. If we touch this blue line here, and we got alerts set on every one of them, I believe, right? Nope, not this one. We got to get the alert on this one now, once per bar. So see, now it's keeping us in the game. Now that might have been where it bounces up, and look at that shit. It might have literally bounced off of the line that we had drawn. And we'll see what happens, right? But that's what it just did. And that's why you set these things. Because boom, if you were doing, like, if you're not hosting a show and that alert goes off and you get to the chart right away and you're like, oh, boom, it's time to go long, baby, you're in. Or, now you can start paying attention because it may go below that, right? You may not want to get in right now, but this is maybe the time that you need to start paying attention. And so that's why we set the alerts. Remember, it's always better to react to the work that you've already done. Do the work once and then react to that shit. Don't always keep reinventing the wheel unless you got a different strategy. I just think as someone who, I can't pay attention to the charts all the time. I can't. That's just not how it works for me in my life, my schedule, and all that stuff. And so for me to be able, and I know a lot of people are like that. People are fucking busy. Unless you're a DJ just staring at charts, you're in the trenches, baby. But if you've got other shit going on in your life, you know that you can't just stare at the charts all day long. And so that's why we've set these things. And you get them on your phone. Boom, everybody's doing shit on their phone. Let's get it. We got time to change some things, man. Time to make some money. All right. Let's look at the Ondo chart. What do we need to see about the Ondo chart? This is the daily. All right. Yeah. It's just cruising on through this envelope here. We're in the middle of it. So, you know, I'm just sitting and enjoying the ride. I mean, you know, if you didn't get to pick up anything in this wick, in my opinion, we're probably gonna go like up, up, baby. And I hope that we have like a massive candle leading up. And you know, the whole thing about sometimes with these like the summits and kind of the attention that it's bringing, and you know, the good thing is that we're not really seeing this thing just absolutely pump up this entire week. You know, it's up a little bit, but it's, you know, it's performing like everything else. It's down today, and so it's not artificial. And so, you know, maybe there won't be a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of a spectacle that happens, or like, you know, a conference pump potentially while we're there. Who knows? That'd be great. Send that thing to like $3, $5, you know, just all the institutional money just dumps in. We're doing it. No. That probably can't happen. That's probably some legalities with all that. Anyway, you guys know I'm a Super Bowl on Ondo. Expect that thing to be ripping and roaring as more news comes out on the daily for the next several days. I don't know what the plan is, if they're going to do anything on Friday, because the summit's on Thursday. You know, they said announcements every day. I don't remember if it was every day this week or if it was every day leading up to the summit. So we'll have to check back. But I imagine the announcements at the summit are going to be out of control. And I will make sure that I tweet them out in real time so you guys know what's happening in case you can't be watching the stream. All right, what do we have here? What coin is this? This is Solana. All right, well, it's definitely down below the last time we drew a support line, so we would have gotten that alert. So it's time to move this down. And so let's see. Let's go get a new line. This looks like a good zone. We'll go with this former spot down here. Now, this is actually where it wicked down to, and that's always sometimes an indicator. Now, we know this was a leverage flush, and we know that it was market-wide, but it is something to be said about anytime you have one of those kind of wicks, like it will always come back to it, right? Like that's just, you know, why did it stop there? Well, it had some support to make it stop there. And so, you know, potentially we'll see it come back there, you know, later in the future. So, with that being said, $180 Solana. I don't want to see that shit anytime soon. I will fucking guarantee that. What is happening? So with that being said, I think I need to close this. I would hope that is like the reversal. Now it wasn't. So you had a lower low over here, and this was earlier in the month. So we still can say that we are making higher lows. So that's good. We've got that on our side. This has been on a freaking downtrend too since. So we can take, actually, let's just take, there's no reason to keep this thing. Boom, there we go. There's our new one. We don't need this. There we go. We'll see what happens. Let's see how this little triangle of love plays out right here. If we keep going, if we slip down here, and then boom, get a breakout, that wouldn't be too terrible. That wouldn't be too terrible at all. There was something that somebody had said. I don't remember if it was today's show for Ben. I feel like, or if it was yesterday, had something to do with like measuring out some length of time with something. And it had to do with potentially needing a few, like 6 weeks, maybe 6 weeks of some sideways action that we'd have left until things really kicked off. I don't know the validity to it. If you guys know anything about it, go ahead and drop some comments down in the chat. Speaking of, let me pop in with you guys. Ondo is holding up very well. Yes, it is. What's up, Maximum Honkus Maximus? The conference almost here. DJ and Brian. Yep. I'm super freaking pumped for that. Super freaking pumped. Who would have thought, Enrique Suave, who would have thought mass adoption would have sucked so much? It's funny. Who would have thought that, institutional dollars, trillions or billions or whatever the number is, ends up being. Who would have thought that when they came here, there'd be crazy manipulation, crazy volatility, crazy. I remember one of the earliest things that this was back in, man, this had to have been back in, I mean, this was like early in my crypto days. So like 2018 and 2019 in my content. And what I was saying was everybody was calling for the institutional money because they knew it meant their bags were going to go up. But my whole thing was like, listen, like they like the financial system as we knew it at that point had been screwed up, and it had been screwed up by those people. So why would you want them to come into crypto? That doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, that war was lost. It was lost a long time ago, and so we move on, and the narrative changes. And no, it doesn't matter because when you can't fight with it. You can't challenge it, and it's here. We've got institutional mass adoption is here. And what we saw in the news today with the press conference, the crypto czar, that crypto is here to stay at a governmental level too. They're fully adopting it. Like they are flipping the script. They are going digital. Now it's time for the people. Time for the people to step up and do their thing. And that's what it comes down to, is for you guys to make sure that you smash the like button, and that you give the people's elbow to the heart over on X. Appreciate you guys being here. Got a lot of you hanging out with us. There we go. I didn't mean to click that. That was wild. All right. There we go. What's up, fam? I appreciate you guys being here. Man, what a great crew. What a great community. Definitely glad to be back doing some streams. However, as you guys know, if you are a little bit late to the show, this is it for the week. Headed to New York, going to the Ondo Summit, Wall Street 2.0. But we'll be reporting from New York, and we'll let you guys know about the latest and the greatest in tokenization. It's big, baby. All right, back to the charts we go. There it is. Smash the like button. My daughter likes coming in here now. If you guys have been to some of the streams where she I've got the car today, so she's not going to do that. But sometimes they come to pick me up, and she'll come into the office, and I'll get her to say smash the like button, and she's so cute. So now every time that she comes into my office, she wants to hop up into the chair and say smash the like button and some of the other things. So probably should cut some promos. I think that would be fantastic. And then this way I can pay her in crypto for her services, and then this way, it's all like write-offable. I think it's like 18. What can you give your kids, like 18 grand a year, something like that? 13 or $18,000 a year, something like that. If you guys know, drop that one in the chat. Drop it in the chat if you know the answer to that one. All right. XRP, let's go. All right, so I was looking at this and I was thinking, oh, baby, this is looking quite juicy. If XRP holds up here, right where it's at, literally right here where it's at, and we do not plunge through kind of this, we could argue that this is a flag, right? But at the end of look, you have a flagpole, and here's the flag. Now, obviously, we're gonna disregard that little scam hook, but we are sitting right here on the line. We'll see what the rest of the day has to offer and kind of see what happens tomorrow. But if we plunge below, then maybe we break down even farther. But however, if we see XRP take a little bounce here, that would be a nice move to get into. And so I would make sure, if I were you, nope. We're doing something we don't want to be doing. We're painting. I want to be on this too. I got mine, as you can see, right? I want to make sure you can see. Yep, I've got my alert set. So when let me get back to it. I got on the wrong page. Damn it. All right. So when XRP comes down and touches this line, I'm getting an alert, and I am most likely going to be getting into a long position after we get a confirmation. Remember, we don't make guesses, but what we want to do is we don't want to wait too long, but we want to catch this thing on the rebound going up. If it's going to continue in this flag, it has to go up, right? Because it can't just keep going down. And obviously, we could probably get a little bit more scientific with the lines and seeing what kind of room we have. But potentially, at some point, this thing is going to go back up towards the upside. We know that. It's XRP, baby. It's going to be like, oh, I think the $10 thing is like a slam freaking dunk. I fight the urge getting too bullish sometimes, only because like I know what that does and the hopium and all that stuff. And it's funny. Speaking of, and we can take a look at this in a little bit. I ran a little experiment this morning. I did 2 posts, similar time frames. One was I think like it's in the 5 o'clock in the morning time, and one was at like in the 7 o'clock morning. So they were still morning time, both Ondo related. One was kind of a synopsis of I believe it was about the Ondo Nexus and what the offering is and what it means. And then also I spread some rumors about a potential U.S. government partnership with Ondo and using what the product suite and offering that they've got there. And so I will tell you what, both of them went absolutely nuts. Here, let's pull these up because this is funny to me. All right. So here we go. So the rumors one has got here we go. Well, here we go. So you guys can see that, right? Nope. I think this is funny. The rumors one, where the fuck was that? Here we go. The rumors one got 825 likes. Again, this is passing on the rumor. Rumors are swirling that the U.S. government will announce a partnership with Ondo Finance to tokenize financial assets, including U.S. Treasuries, backed by BlackRock. There was this thing. This is something that I had seen from someone else. I didn't make this. Like I had seen this elsewhere, and I guess this was some guy commented that they had heard that this was a rumor, but that it's not true or whatever. I was just spreading the rumor, right? Just for fun to see the experiment. So 825 likes, 67,000 impressions. All right. So that was that one. That was the rumors one. And then Ondo Finance just launches the Nexus thing. This thing got like 315 likes and 14,500 impressions. And it's just funny to me about the whole, what does the internet care more about? And, the spreading a rumor versus factual information of what Nexus was, or spreading the rumor about a partnership with the U.S. government. It's just fascinating to me. And so I always love when you can really, for someone who, I love analytics, right? And so I'm always looking at stats and always trying to find ways to at least improve the things that I do better. And so that to me was funny. What's the takeaway? I don't know quite yet, other than, juice is what, people want juice. They love the rumor, the potential fake alpha or whatever. I think that I don't know. I still got to work on the thesis there, but at some point we'll figure that out. Let's see what's going on in the chat ski. Hope you guys are doing all right. Appreciate you all being here, my freaking heroes. Let's go. Remember, if you're watching on X, people's elbow to the heart. And if you guys do the YouTube thing, just smash it. Smash away. I'm gonna go check because here's the deal. My YouTube viewers, and we'll do another little experiment. I like running experiments, right? I think it's a great thing to do. Fantastic, as they say. Oh, that was the press conference there from the Senate Banking Committee. All right, so let's go to my profile here, and we are gonna go open the live video. Appreciate you guys liking it so far. I see 19 likes on that. Let's get it. Guys, make sure that you hit that heart. Man, I love seeing a bigger number than I expect. But in case you were wondering how to do it, here you go. So you're watching like this. You're obviously watching on your phone like this. If you just turn your phone, I got the privacy filter on there so it disappears. If you just turn your phone down there, you can hit it. So I'm number 20. Let's go. Magic 20. And then you just turn your phone back and it's back to full screen. Now, somebody said once before, if while you're in this full screen mode, if you just touch the bottom left, you can do it. But that doesn't work for me. No, you can it takes you back to the account. That took me back to the account there. So, well, at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys crushing it. Thank you for liking the video. Let's freaking go. And then let's get it over on the YouTube. I want to see you guys. I want to know what you're doing here. What are we up to? I'm checking on you. Data's loading. Data. We need data. Yeah. Come on, let's go. More than 100%. More than 100%. We got people that log in with extra accounts just to like it. I love that. Let's go. Great job. Great job all around. You guys are amazing. Crushing it. Did we have any coins in the chat that we want to look at? I'm going to head over to Dextools in a second here. I believe. What else do we got? Here's the Bitcoin chart. As you know, we got to look at Bitty Boy. Bitcoin. We've got to look at the Bitcoin. Here we go. We are in the envelope. We are at the bottom side of it right now as well. Always a good opportunity. As you can see, this thing ping pongs over the bottom and the top of the envelope. And so it is a wise indicator to have on. I learned that one from AJ. In case you need the name of it, it is the Nataraya Watson envelope. And get yourself the Lux Algo version. That's the one AJ told me to get. I like that one. It's a good little zone maker. Lets you know the moving zone. Also get your volume on so you know where things could be headed, upside or downside. Right? All right. That's Bitcoin. That's all we got to say. We're not trading any Bitcoin right now. So ICP still on its downward slide. It's actually moving down towards the bottom of this trend line. Let's make sure we extend this thing out. We're going to extend that out there and then make sure that we send an alarm on this ICP. So if this thing keeps sliding, man, we want to know about it. Sometimes I forget to show you guys the screen. I was not showing you the last Bitcoin chart. We came back and there you go. So we are back on ICP. Apologies for that. Shout out to my people. I see we got B Frank about it. What's up, my guy? What is up? Who else is in the chat? Was that who's on X? Neil, my guy. My guy on both platforms. What a pimp. Appreciate you. If you guys can, we gotta make sure that you drop some coins for the next segment here when we switch on over to Dextools. That's funny. That's funny. Both start at 4, or I guess so. For me, it's 4. For the West Coast, it would be 1 p.m. So just after lunchtime. Well, shout out to everybody that is watching. You know, you got a lot of options. You could be anywhere, but you're hanging out here, and I certainly, absolutely, 100% appreciate you. So let's get it. All right, back to the charts. Here we go. ICP, we have got ourselves, and you guys know I'm not like, I wouldn't get ICP as something that I would want to add to my portfolio at the moment. I feel like it's got a lot to prove. Everybody talks about Sam and how Sam wrecked it and how they set that thing up, and I get it. But you got something else to prove, and the chart looks like dog shit, right? If you do an all-time chart, it's like a fucking rubbed meme coin. Last year, I will say that the last year looks a little bit better than the all-time chart itself as a whole. But at the end of the day, we got to see what's going to happen here. And you know, this is also one. It is on a downward slide since November, so we'll see what happens. We definitely need to see some turnaround. But that's not. I'm not holding it against ICP because there's a lot of fucking coins that are just on a downward trajectory since. For a bull run to be downward, heading down for like 3 months is wild to me. Anyway, all right, here's our Jasmy chart. It is playing out a little bit differently than we expected. You know, we could probably change this. Nope, that's not the one that we want to change. This blue line here would be the one that we probably see. I think I'd rather, for the sake of arguing, just cut it off and say, you know, we had a little bit of a breakout, but it came back to earth. It wasn't ready. I had to test the waters a little bit more. And then, so Jasmy, man, I'll tell you what, we have got, do we have this one set? We sure do. Do we have this one set? We sure do. And do we have this one set? We sure do. There we go. So every one of these lines heading down. we have got Jasmy alert set. Now, I did say, I know that I had said on this show specifically that Jasmy at the low 2-cent range was extremely attractive to me. And look at that. This scam wick, man. If we had had a buy order just set down just for shits and giggles at 2 cents, it would have gotten filled. Now, however, we're still really not that far off. It's at 2.5 cents right now. A little bit under 2.5 cents. It's like 2.25 cents. So in my opinion, we're gonna go with the trend as your friend, and right now the trend is still sending it down. So if we miss out on a few cents of Jasmy, so be it. Especially if this thing spoke, a lot of people are targeting 60 cents, maybe even more with Jasmy. I don't know, but to be able to get this thing at 2 to 3 to 4 cents, even probably anything under 5 cents, if it goes in excess of 60 cents, 5 cent entry is a fantastic one. So we'll keep an eye on that. So those are our most important ones, because this is our line, our divider line right here is the BTC one chart, and this is obviously the CME futures chart. So that's not our gap. My God, what was it? Why do we have something drawn up there? Maybe there was another gap at some point. Nah. There's our gap. Yeah, look at that. We got close to it. We got freaking close to it on that little scam wick. But who knows, man? If this thing does keep sliding down and we do clear this thing before we rip, it could be potentially. Who knows? I pulled up the ETH chart. Let's see. We can probably remove drawings on this one. So we have got, so if high IQ indicator is on here, right? Yeah. So it has got Ethereum in a short right now, and it is up 23%. So if you are shorting Ethereum from this, wherever this thing got you in, man, holy shit. Let's turn this off just so it's a little bit easier to read. Shout out to Adventure Bound and the folks over there at High IQ. ETH not looking good, and I like so mad. I had a bunch of ETH that I was looking to swap into something else, and then I got distracted last week and I didn't get to it. I forgot about it, and as you can see, ETH has just been dog shit, just a case of the dog shits the last 4 days, and so it is what it is. It will come back, but it just means that I can't buy what I mean. I could buy. I could still get what I wanted to get. I would have to just take less for the Ethereum than I know it's worth right now. This is just this thing. It's crazy that, a lot of things after this wick. Well, no, Bitcoin. Well, that's the Bitcoin futures. No, that's down today too. Everything is down today. I forgot. We started going back down. Virtual down to $1.44. H bar down to 24 cents, man. That thing it's gone down a whole nother level. Definitely look at that. We're hanging back a little tough to buy our line here. We'll see. Is this just an anomaly? Is this going to be something that we recover from and come back above? Or are we going to have to scrap all of this and start all over? This was looking like a nice little accumulation zone here going through this. We had this nice little tight range that we were bouncing up and down on, and then we broke the shit out again, but we got rejected back, and then we'll see what happens. But this is one of those ones that, if you've been hanging out with us since, at least for the October portfolio that we put together. I know a lot of people, a lot of people joined. We started doing the stream then that we were putting together that portfolio. The whole idea of H bar is on like a whole nother level compared to where it was then, right? We're talking like where these yellow lines were our ranges that we were looking at, and it's just in another stratosphere. We'll see what happens. It's coming back down, kind of mimicking what a lot of the other ones were doing. Like I know that we had, let's see, Pith, same kind of thing. Pith, I believe, is below our October numbers. Yeah, this line right here was what we were looking at, is below there. The graph was the same thing. I mean, it is what it is, but at the end of the day, like, these things are either dead and we're just going down, and I don't mean like dead like to zero, dead like maybe it's, the bull market is over for some of these things, or they are going to be some of the absolute most insane gainers of the market, right? You see this shit down to 19 cents Pith. Where did this thing start moving down at? About right here, right? At 52 cents. There's our range there. That's our high that we had most recently. And this was, man, this was back in the early part of December. So same, it's been just shitting the bed. We'll pull it from here to here, down 61%. And I'm still bullish on Pith. I am long-term bullish on Pith. I think what's happening right now with RWAs and how Ondo's getting the exposure and Chainlink is kind of going along for the ride. Well, it's because they've been here the longest. They've got the industry connections. I believe that it makes the most sense to they've got the partnership. Now, I know that they're all related, Ondo and Pith to some degree, right? To some degree. But the whole idea of Chainlink going along for this beginning part of the ride is really good, and then will bring a lot more exposure to all of this, and then from there, competition brings greatness. And so I think this is going to be a really good thing for the whole ecosystem, specifically in RWAs, because Chainlink's part of that as well. So let's buckle up. It's going to be a busy 2025 in the RWA scene, baby, and the Oracle scene. All right. Anything going on in the chat? I see. Oh, what's up, Ellie? Nice to see you here today. Hopefully everything is going well. Virtual sounds like a possible buy. Yeah, we a couple of us in the community got into it around 250. As you can see here from this blue line that we have got drawn up here. Probably going to be time to make a DCA purchase. We can set ourselves up with that's not what we want. Get off. Okay. All right, so let's give ourselves a new line down here. I think because we've got the last 3 candles sitting down here, this will be our support. Hopefully we go up from here. Hopefully we do not have to continue on now. However, that's not how it works. I think our next, oh man, I don't even want to draw this, to be perfectly honest with you. If we lose this because of the volume, I would say like right here, right? Like where some of these things start to touch. And we'll, for the sake of going a little bit lower, we'll go to the bottom side of that candle, of the volume candle. But there you go. I mean, that's going to be our next, is if we pierce through this one, which we are probably going to, and we come into this zone, this right here is where we're going to, oh, man, I'll tell you what. This right here, we want to set an alert on for sure. Now, I know this is how we got in trouble with the last time with virtuals. It was virtuals too, because it had dropped into the $2 range and we wanted to get it at $2, like exactly. And this is it, like something happened where it, man, where was that? Which one was that here? Something happened. It was like where it didn't just didn't quite get to where we wanted it. So we didn't get the alert, and then it went up. I think it was these, what we have circled. That would make sense. And then it went up, and then obviously we've come back down well below that zone since. And so I believe that where we've got this little zone sitting right here, obviously probably going to penetrate this today potentially or go up. And if we do, then we're on, right? Then it's in our zone. And at that point, I would say you're free to get it at any point from 61 cents. Volume wise, it just really drops off. If you look right here, it really just drops off and then picks back up in like the 70-cent range. And so there you go. There's virtuals. I would hold off for now, just in case, unless you've already got some and you want to DCA a little bit more in. Hey, let's go. All right. Shout out to you guys. Go ahead and smash the like button. We can get into some Dextools if you guys want. If you want to. That was like a horrible, was that the Talking Heads, right? All right, here we go. Let's look at some of our faves. What do we got? Everything looking red. Whew. I'm obviously going to go to VHS first, as you guys know. Let's look at the chart here. Look at that. Well, everything is getting murdered, and coins are capitulating. And this is one, I brought this one to you guys at the purple line, and I hope you motherfuckers are still in. I hope you motherfuckers are still in this one. That's a 7.5x. That's a 7.5x. What do you want from me? We still talk about it every day. Look, it's hanging up over the $3 million market cap. Higher lows consistently every single one of these dips right here, right? Boom. This is the lot where the activity, and we had our first big pump. Never came back down to that level. Boom. Same thing. Right here, right here, right here. Let's go. Shout out to my VHS fam. Let's get it. Working on that 3 up to 4 to 5 to $6 million market caps. You know that's coming soon. We had that wick up here that took it to like a $4 million market cap. That was great. But obviously that you probably had a lot of paper hands that sold there. All right, that's my VHS pick right there. 7.5x. Shout out to anybody that still has that. Even if you don't buy some and it keeps dipping, buy more. You darn right. You darn right. All right, what else are we looking at? Let's see. Everything is down double digits. Pengu, where is that thing at? It's at a penny. It's at a penny. Akira, that was the one we were looking at with Mr. Dude. We got Solbase down only 2%. Solbase doing all right. Let's see. We want to take that one off. Let's look at our coins chick coin. See how we're doing. You know that we like to respect the trend on this thing. So there we go. Look at that. Still have not come back down from this big, massive pump. We've done a little bit. We came close the other day when there was a big sell-off, but didn't go underneath it. And if you look, when I say respect the trend, this coin came out. This thing had this is where we are starting our trend line from July of 2024. Look at that thing. That thing has been respectful. That has been a respectful trend line. So that's one that we fuck with. We keep looking at it. So shout out to CC and the Coins Chick Coin community. Let's freaking go. All right, let me look in the chat. Is there anything that you guys want to see? Anything that you guys want to see? Hey, what's up, man? I see my guy Matthew in the crowd. Shout out to my guy, man. I liked your content. I think that was done very well. Shout out to you for doing that. Love seeing that. H-bar lost a ton liquidity. Yep. Anything? No, I don't see anything that you guys want me to chart. I ain't going to chart nothing. And I'm going to go get my hair cut so it's fresh for when I go to New York. All right. Well, you don't want to, yeah. I mean, we'd probably be a better rap group than a singing group, like a singing troupe. It's the Singing Troubadours. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime summertime gal. All right. Well, that's it. That's all I got for you, I guess. I guess we're going to cut it off here. Make sure that you have yourself a wonderful rest of the day. I will not be live streaming in this kind of a capacity, I don't believe, for the rest of this week, unless something changes. So that means we talked a lot about this in the morning show, and obviously we'll talk about how that needed to change and what's going to happen with all that. But for now, we're focusing on this week. We're going to get to New York, do the summit. And then we'll be back on Monday with with this 4 p.m. show. We'll see if the community wants to run the Web3 breakfast. I'm going to talk to some of the people there and see if that's something they're interested in. But anyway, if I don't see you between now and Monday, today is Tuesday, so we've got Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That is 6 days. That is the potential to be 6% better if you live by the 1% better philosophy. And I understand. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be, in New York. I would be walking around a lot. New York, that is one of those places where I will walk a ton. And so I probably will bring some stuff to go to the gym. But I'm probably gonna eat pizza every day, right? And so, maybe you gain a pound. And so you got to find a way to lose 2 pounds, right? So that you're always improving. And that was just the example. Take it for what it's worth, to each their own and how that all works. But at the end of the day, you've got several days to make yourself better on any potential fronts, career, relationships, whatever it is. Maybe you've been procrastinating, calling your mom or your dad Maybe you got a friend that you got into a disagreement with about COVID. You'd spend a couple years, give it up, move on, give him a call. It's all how it goes. All right, that's my time here. I appreciate you. I will be back. I don't know when, but maybe we'll do something this week. Maybe I'll do a live stream. I'm not really sure. But in the interim, guys, make sure. That's what it is. It's the combo. Smash bow. Smash the elbow. If you are watching on X, smash the fucking heart. And if you are watching on YouTube, smack the shit out of it. That's it. We'll see you guys soon. Adios.